Hello boys and not boys, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be the start of a new series on the channel for Warhammer Total War 3. And we're going to be playing a short victory condition on every faction. Now, I haven't played every faction. I've dibbled and dabbled on a few different ones. But what we're going to do is just work our way through, and for each faction do the short victory condition and then end it. And then if we want to go back and replay some more, maybe on the hardcore difficulty or anything like that, then we will do. Or do some challenges maybe in the future. So, first things first, I want to do one with a campaign that I actually know, which is the Kislev campaign. So we're in Immortal Empires.
In the name of Magnus.
Pick Kislev, and we'll pick Tzarina Katarin. So we've got four heroes. We've got Kostelin, we've got Boris Urus, and we've got the Mother Ostanka. She plays completely different to the others. These ones play kind of similar. So Katarin gives us Devotion generated 10 from successful Frost Maiden, Control +6, Hero Recruiting +3 for Frost Maidens, Ice Court Training Times -2, -6 Corruption in the local province that they're in, Upkeep -50% for the Ice Guard units, which is these guys here, which are actually, as much as it's great, it's not very good. I've not found it very useful. Simply because you have to get a T5 build in to access Frostguard units, and it's just not. It takes so long that by the time you get them, you're earning so much money because you've got so many different provinces anyway. It doesn't really matter. But the miscast base chance at -50% is pretty cool as well. Okay, let's crack on. So. First turn, I always like to invoke Urson first, simply because for Urson we get 5 supporters. So, well, we kind of need to explain how this works first. So there's the Orthodoxy and there's us, the Ice Court, and what happens is you have these little waypoints here, getting all the way up to 600 supremacy. So you get 600 supporters, and at that point, if they get more than us, we'll be forced into a confederacy with them. Which basically means they gain some of our... Well, we have to pay them an amount every turn. Whereas if we get the confederacy with them, then they have to give up all of their property to us. So what we would need to do is get supporters as fast as possible. Now, it isn't essential really to hit every single one of these gateways. It's mainly just a race to see who gets to the end fastest. So I wouldn't focus all of my efforts in getting these supporters immediately, because it just wouldn't really do anything for me early game. Money's more interesting to me early game than supporters, so I would always build a income building or a growth building before a supporter building, because this is going to have a little bit of an impact, but overall growth and income will have a much bigger impact on what you're capable of doing. But Urson gives us 5 supporters when we occupy a settlement. The way that we're going at the moment, we're going to occupy 1, 2, 3, 4 within the space of 10 turns. So that's 20 supporters gained, whereas Salyak only gives us 1 when a character gains a rank, so we'd have to get a character from up to 20. We only have 1 character at the moment. It takes 6 turns to recruit an Ice Witch, so there's not really an option for us to make the same kind of movements with that. The battles, 2 when fighting a battle, it's basically just Urson but less. Because we don't really get the opportunity to fight many open field battles. We're more sieging settlements than anything else. And constructing a building, we will construct a few buildings, but we absolutely won't construct 20 buildings. So Urson's definitely the best pick for us in the beginning. And we also get a nice little ability as well, which I'll show you when we get to the first fight. We will start off the recruitment of an Ice Witch, because that's handy. Research-wise, we go for cold storage. Early game, I always find growth is the best thing to go for.
We stand.
Speaking of which, we will go to Kislev and we'll put it onto... in fact, we'll put it onto recruitment here for now. We're also going to recruit a Lord. Strong, that guy.
Oya. Oya.
And then we're going to recruit some troops onto him.
No!
And then we're pretty much ready for our first fight. Yeah.
They will fall.
So this will do close victory, and it'll if we auto resolve. I'm not going to auto resolve. because I can get much better value out of my troops if I control them myself, whereas if I left the AI to do it for me. Don't get me wrong, there's certain situations where a battle will look almost impossible to win, but the auto-resolve will say, like, Pyrrhic victory, when if I fought the battle myself, I would probably lose. So sometimes we'll let the computer auto-resolve, but for the most part, we'll try and fight as many battles as we can. Okay, we can hit channel magic. Ah, we lost. So we're going to lose some magic power here. That's fine, though. We'll start deployment. So, this early map, we've got this little wooded area here. So we're going to move all of our frontline infantry down here. Just make sure they've got a little eye above the top so we can see that they're invisible. Move the archers down here as well. That's fine. Put the horsemen down here, and we'll put the snow leopard on the side, just so he's not bogged down in all of this and can run around the edge and flank if he needs to. And these we'll use to flank. We'll use
Tzarina Katarin.
Tzarina up here, so she can basically bait them down. And what's going to happen is they're going to send their horse archers first, which are these guys, and they're going to come down and try and take Tzarina, and then we'll move her closer to this group, and this group here we're just going to put on hold fire. And then once the horses get into range, we'll just volley them down as a quick way of removing one of their units off the table. And we'll use our abilities here, specifically Ice Sheet and also the Bitterness of Winter, to reduce the horsemen's speed down to next to nothing so they can't get away. So we just kind of need to
Great Orthodoxy protects you.
look a bit hopeless.
I protect you. Take not one step backwards. The Queen marches.
And as they start getting closer,
The Queen abides. Tzarina advancing.
we'll move in.
It is my purpose. Follow the freeze. Very well.
And after playing a few hours worth of Kislev, this is something that I've learnt about their army, is focus firing down enemy units one at a time
It is my path.
is much more effective.
Armored Cossars!
Tzarina Katarin. Absolute power.
Hearts of Ace!
Acceptable.
We need these dead. There we go. They're done.
Armored Cossars! Cossars!
It is so.
So now we'll start on the trolls. She needs to come out here.
Follow the bear!
So we want the trolls to at least retreat before they get to cause any kind of damage.
Make haste. The frost.
That spell won't do much in the way of damage, but what it will do is slow them down just a touch. There we go. So I'm just going to give it a quick cheeky pause, because I am not a pro player of this game. So I do need to take a moment every so often just to reiterate things. So we've only got 2 infantry units left. They're going to cause any problems. So I think you guys should all focus on them, because they're ranged units. So Katarin could go across and engage them. You can engage him. Whoops, him. You guys are both attacking him. You guys are both going to attack him, and you're going to attack them. That's fine. And then the horses can charge into these guys at the back. Yeah, that's good.
Sons of Kislev! Kislevites moving! Our duty, sir! Kislev's vengeance!
And the trolls got in away a little bit. That's fine.
Cossars! Take Taking
Now,
position.
when you guys are locked in combat, the best thing you can do is move them around the sides, because they'll be able to get better shots off.
March for Kislev!
Alright, so they're both done. They're all retreating. The trolls look like they're gathering a bit of
Tzarina Katarin!
bravery, and we don't want that.
Strike them down!
So we'll just run them down real quick with the cavalry and make sure that their morale, that little white bar, is definitely not going to make a resurgence.
Wing Lancer.
They've fled, that's fine.
Cossars!
Right, so we got the victory.
Defenders of Kislev!
But we don't want to let the Lord live. Fast forward time a little bit. If anything, these horsemen are just in the way. Get out of the way. Those guys as well. That's because they're out of ammunition. That's why they're attacking. These frontline infantry guys, they don't have a lot of ammo. Just let the snow leopard and... There we go. Happy with that. Now he's dead, he can't try and recoup the army. So sometimes when you win a battle like that, if the Lord is still alive, instead of the army being destroyed, they'll run off, regroup, and then come back again. And we don't want that. We want him to be dead. So kill-wise, the horse has got 73, which is pretty much the highest. So when they charged that one group of axe throwers, they did quite a considerable amount of damage. So for our victory, there's no point in taking devotion, I don't think. In fact, we lost so little. We might as well. He's gone. Now, a little trick you can do right at the beginning is I don't have enough movement room left to attack that settlement. But if I do my level up, select Route Marcher, which gives us plus 5% campaign range, I now do. So that just allows us to beat that first battle and take this settlement at the same time. Now this is close victory when they have pretty much the same that the last group had. I think they've got one more group of marauders as opposed to trolls. So again, 1 unit of missile cavalry, 1 unit of axe throwers, 2 units of spearmen. This is not something that would be difficult for us to do. So fight this one as well. Again, purely because we want to make the most out of this first army that we've got and get the maximum amount of value out of them. The good thing is, because we don't have any trolls to fight in this one, they soak up a lot of firepower. Channel magic again. No, we lost again. Channel magic is basically an opportunity to get a bit of extra magic at the start of a battle. But there's a chance that it'll go against you and you'll lose magic, so that's what just happened there. But that's fine. We have time before...
We fight for Ulson.
These guys are needed anyway. Again, cavalry on the left. Snow leopard on the right. Castle up. Start the battle.
Kislev supreme leader!
Actually got a magical item. Miscast chance plus 100. Oh, that'd be good. Against an enemy caster, that would be good. I may have left her a little too far out of position here because they're approaching quite quickly. Yeah, I think she's gonna... Tzarina's gonna take some damage this time round.
Very well.
Or maybe not. Maybe not. Come on, boys, I need you to commit and get a bit closer.
Leading us on.
No, that's the opposite direction I want you to go in. Right, they've seen us, so
Excellent! Land is power!
The motherland's finest!
Hussar!
Ice Guard!
come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No, we didn't do enough. They'll be back. Alright,
We fight for Ursun!
we haven't got time to deal with this now.
Sons of Kislev!
That will be a problem for later on.
Thing lancers!
We'll send out the cavalry with the hopes of
Tzarina Katarin! Great
baiting these off a little bit.
witches!
March with pride! Go with honor!
Yeah, so they're coming to attack me now.
On the march!
That's fine. They've rallied, so they're on the way back.
Moving! March for Kislev! Making points! For the motherland!
Ursus! Malia! Daj! Tor!
You guys turn to face those guys.
Sons of Kislev!
Ice Guard!
You guys can't really engage these guys, so
Go with honor! March with pride!
now we don't want to charge these guys because they're spearmen and they'll mess us up. So we'll charge these guys
On
down
the
here.
march! Attack, comrades!
How fast are you? You're 100. How fast are they? 90. He can catch those.
Comrades of the bear!
Trying to get as many of these guys in this as possible. Yeah, that hit caused one of them to just retreat. And this is what I mean about these horse archers. If you don't take them out in the beginning, they just become repetitively annoying.
Them down!
But you guys can go over here.
For the throne! Kislevites moving!
Yeah, it looks like they're all surrendering.
Pride!
Comrades of the bear!
Comrades of the bear!
Hussars!
For the
Where are you off to?
motherland! For the motherland!
Follow the bear!
There we go, we got our victory. As it's an attack on a settlement, there's no point in chasing anybody down because it doesn't mean anything. Not for us anyway. So we lost 44. Not bad numbers at all. Again, the cavalry doing the heavy lifting with 129 kills. And we'll get our 5 followers for that. We'll occupy the premises, obviously, because we're looking at putting together our second province. Kislev counts as a province of its own. So that's the river... I don't remember what he calls.
Hoya!
River Orskoy? Urskoy? So that's kind of its own thing. Whereas this is its own province as well. But for one turn, we've managed to take out their army, take one of their settlements. He's now building up another army there. Because that's already got a garrison of 10, plus the 6 guys he's already put together, we don't have the stones to take him on at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to here, and take this first, and then we'll double back for Fort Jakova with an army comprised of the stuff that he's gathering now, plus me. So it costs a little bit more to do it this way, but then once we've taken the province, we'll get rid of the Lord and balance things out again. So we do need to do a little bit of recruitment. So we'll grab 2 of those guys, just to make our army that little bit bigger, and then we will end this turn there. We will spend our points though.
My rule grows absolute.
And then we need to put some buildings up. I always go with the control buildings to begin with. The growth buildings, sorry. Just because we need this place to sort of get up to spec as fast as possible. We'll leave that with this barracks because we're going to probably heavily rely on the Streltsy in this playthrough. As I normally do. That and the Bear Cavalry. But the Bear Cavalry are not available until level 4. The Wyverns are okay, but not anything special. The Sleds are alright as well. But the Bear Cavalry is where it's at. So here we'll do a control building as well. Or do we want an income building? No, we'll do a control building. Get everything leveled up as quickly as we can. And end our first turn. Okay, so nothing of note has happened for us. We've encountered a new faction. There's a training decision for our Frost Maiden. We're going to go with Tempest. They get some decent damage dealing abilities that we're going to need later on. So we'll go with that. We'll also check diplomacy, see if there's any...
You who disdain
The Empire.
I'll be honest, these guys tend to get wiped out very quickly. In every game I've played so far, these guys are wiped out by the Skaven. So I wouldn't be surprised, and it's also why once we've sort of taken this province, I won't bother attacking these guys or any of the other Kislev factions, to be fair. If I leave them alone and focus on the mountains and take care of the orcs, what happens is the Skaven basically run riot down here and kill everybody. And then sometimes you get the Warriors of Chaos coming up, the Followers of Slaanesh, and maybe even the Demon Prince of Slaanesh as well. And then we'll deal with them later. So it's a case of, if we help them with the Skaven, these guys are gone anyway. I think they probably are, in the next turn or two, they'll be gone. But if we help them with the Skaven, and we secure this area here, that's fine, but then the Orthodoxy stays around, and we have to continue doing this little mini-game up until resolution. Or, if we just ignore it and let the Skaven and the Warriors of Chaos destroy them all, focus over here first, we can double back. Because here, we take sort of this area here, and then there's some dwarves in these mountains, and we can make friends with the dwarves. And once we're friends with the dwarves and the Empire, this whole section here is then protected. And then we can focus on working over here and fighting back the Skaven and fighting back the Warriors of Chaos. So that's the plan. Small victory condition is take out the Warhost of the Apocalypse, the Legion of Chaos, the Fecundites, and the Ecstatic Legions. The Ecstatic Legion is the one that attacks from down here. Warhost of the Apocalypse is up here. So if we sort of look this way, they're kind of up here somewhere. Legion of Chaos, I'm not sure, and the Fecundites are down here. So that's what we need to do to sort of get this done. But short victory condition is just own 30 different pieces of property, which our current total is 1. So we got work to do, to say the least.
One land.
So let us move up here towards this.
Winds carry me.
And then I can hit
Pledge your
recruit,
obedience to me.
grab 2 more groups of
power.
hussars, move him to the bridge, because that's the property boundary.
I accept only loyal.
And he can take 4. He can take 4 because of that little control we put in place here. We can now switch that back to control, get this control bar up, because once it gets maxed out, we get plus 25 growth, which we want that. That's absolutely what we want. And then we'll just end our turn there, because there's not really anything else we need to do.
Indulgent.
If these guys don't get killed in the next turn, we can pull a cheeky one, and as we head into this territory, we can actually recruit some ogre mercenaries, which can be really handy. But let's see if they survive this turn first. I don't think they will. I think they get taken out by the orcs here. Yeah, they've just been taken out. The first few turns of the game are extremely predictable. The same things happen pretty much all the time. It's once you get past sort of turn 10, I'd say, that things start getting unpredictable.
Ice Queen.
What's he up to? Yeah, so he's still gathering troops up.
I make the law.
So she can attack from here, I believe.
This is my right.
But if we put him in
March.
forced
Pain
march,
is irrelevant.
right up to the edge,
On your feet.
Defy chaos.
I believe
Unleash Kislev's
I
wrath.
can't get there this turn.
It does not aid Kislev.
Is that purely because he's in the way?
For me.
Might be, yeah.
For the motherland. Once. They invite death.
I think he's in the way.
Lord of all.
Ah, I've just wasted a turn. That's annoying. Army protection. And turn. As predicted, the Tzarina Enclave has been destroyed. Go down here, it's probably ruins, yes, but it's not ruins. What it actually is a Skaven stronghold. So we'll leave the Skaven to do their work. The only place we will help is Prague and these guys, because we want that buffer between us and the Warriors of Chaos. Otherwise, we're going to be fighting a war on two fronts, which we don't want.
Kislev endures. They will fall.
We got a decisive victory. We might as well fight it, so we're not losing too many troops. It's not a massive army. I like to fight as many battles as I can. I don't like just auto-resolving all my battles. One, because it makes the game a little bit boring. And two, because if you do that, you tend to lose more troops than you would have done if you just fight it yourself. Especially for like these battles, the attrition that I'd suffer because of this battle is much higher than what I'd suffer by doing it myself. So I just don't see a value in it, if that makes sense. Well, this time round we don't have any woods to hide in, or do we? We do. But now we've got significantly more archers.
Follow the bear.
We got 6 groups of archers now. Do you know what? We don't need the woods this time round.
Obey the orthodoxy!
Gonna create a bit of a horseshoe.
Winged lancers!
Tzarina Katarin.
Let their horses come in first and see if we can't. I'm not going to do channel magic because it's screwed me over twice in a row now. I've lost faith in it. So, plan is, move the infantry a little bit forward. So they're sort of taking the initial aggro and then use the archers to pepper people down. And I've left these unimpeded on the flanks so we can move them around to get shots on.
Immortal kingdom. These others are but insects to Kislev.
Let's speed it up a little bit just so we're not waiting for them to get here. Yeah, they're doing exactly what I thought they would. If we can focus down a couple of units, that would be good. We might get them to retreat on army losses. Here we go.
Gossars! Kislev's vengeance!
Alright, that's fine. Try and get these guys to focus on one unit at a time. In fact, you guys go after them. cycle charging the horses.
Tzarina Katarin!
Tzarina's not too bad as a fighter in her own right. And these guys need to aim for them. They are completely broken, so you can come back. The horses to reconnect here. Might get one volley off before they run.
Make haste! Spreading horror!
Right, they're gone now.
Comrades of the bear.
Boom. Job's a good one. So it said close victory, and we managed to get a decisive victory. We lost 11 troops overall. So absolutely fantastic outcome there. Early game, just spamming these Khazar units is extremely powerful. They're not too bad in close combat against the lower level troops, like against these marauders and things. They can kind of hold their own. But just from putting out large volumes of firepower, it's great. You do need to replace them with the Streltsy quite quickly though, because they don't have any armor piercing. So as soon as they run into something that's armored, they really struggle. That's cool, so we'll occupy that one as well.
Kingdom expands.
Oya.
He can hand off his troops to her.
It cements my power.
And then we can get rid of him. So we don't need him anymore. We needed him purely just to get that initial wave of recruitment done, which is done. So he costs us like 300 gold per turn. And that's just a cost that we don't need. So now we can put the last two in. There we go. And spend our points. Firing drills gives us reload time reduction plus 3% for Khazars, armored Khazars, Streltsy, and Ashinka ambushes. Akshina ambushes? Don't know. Don't use them. They are good to spam early game if you want a cheap... They're not as good as they used to be. There used to be quite a lot of armor piercing value in their attacks, but there isn't anymore. They still do armor piercing, but not as much. You're probably better off just running for the Streltsy.
It is mine by right.
But our research and our sort of build will be very much around armor piercing gunfire. And then eventually we'll get Little Grom. That'll help us as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this turn. Ooh, Glacial Blast or Ice Shard. That is a AoE attack that comes up through the floor. We'll go Ice Shard, because I think Ice Shard's single target. Which will be very helpful later on. Don't think there's anything else for us to do, so we'll end our turn there. I don't want to take any trade agreements or anything yet, because once we take Fort Jakova, we'll have iron to trade as well. So we want to make sure that we've got fur and iron to trade before we go into any trade agreements, because it'll increase the value of what we're able to offer. If we're being super selfish, we could actually let Prague fall and let this Kislev faction fall as well, because then we could take Prague. Oh, we just got plus 20 growth, that's good.
One land.
I don't think we can make it there in one trip. We can't. But what I can do is sit just outside in ambush mode once I leave the town.
Go with pride. Very well.
See if their army fancies coming outside for a fight.
This world owes Kislev everything.
Second bit of research we will do. This one's not too bad. The Convalescence gives us plus 5 growth and plus 3 casualty replenishment, which can be good early on. We've also got improved lookouts, which gives you plus 1 recruitment capacity. We've also got hooked axe blades, which is a melee defense for a lot of the range units that we're using, and takes us down this pathway that we probably end up going down anyway, because we want breach loaders here. But we also want Streltsy Arsenal here. And we also want pirates' weapons here. So these are all things that we want to get to in the end. And then one of the things we absolutely need is the Ice Court control, so we can get Witch Lords, Ice Witch Lords, to lead our armies. So I think what we'll go for next will be the hooked axe blades, because that'll have the most impact.
We stand against chaos.
Ranged focus.
Expunge the chaos stain.
I think we are done this turn. We can build some stuff. We might want to build a church just to get things going. We'll take this up to tier 2, because then we can upgrade the barracks and start recruiting T2 troops. I believe they've already got a barracks as well. So we might have to scrap that later down the line. Okay, so now we've got the Fort Jakova fight to do.
For the motherland. Strike them down.
Right, it says valiant defeat, but that's because we're attacking the settlement itself. If we actually start putting up some siege equipment and then continue siege, what we're trying to do is encourage them to come out and fight us. So if we don't have to get past the walls, that'll help us in taking them down. If we have to get past the walls, it'll be a different story. But if we don't have to get past the walls, we'll be able to drill them down in open battle. Just from the sheer volume of archers that we've got, and none of their troops are particularly armoured. And whenever we're sieging down that town, it stops them from recruiting as well. So their army's not going to get any bigger. But it will start getting attrition. So it's... there we go. Now it's a Spheric victory. Which means my troops will all take significant losses. I could do that. Because at the end of the day, my troops... if they all suffered significant losses, none of them are going to be wiped out, and they'll all fight to live to fight another day, as it were. But like I say, I like to fight them. The only real threat on the field is going to be the horse archers and the trolls. Okay, we have a high position to fight from, that's good.
Follow the bear!
Follow the bear!
Set some of our archers up there.
The motherland's finest!
Yeah, that's fine.
Obey the orthodoxy!
With our horses down here. The purpose of the Ice Guard is to defend the witch, so that's what they'll do. So the reason I've spread all these guys out quite far like that is I want them to have multiple options. Ideally, I want them to charge with these guys. Do I channel magic? No, I'll just start the deployment.
Defenders of Kislev! On the march! We fight for Orson! It is done! Our duty, sir!
can use the horses to bait them a little bit.
March for Kislev!
To see if we can't get a few units just to chase the horses down.
Follow the bear! Winged lancers!
Oh, I didn't anticipate them to throw out their horse archers. That was a bit of a surprise. However, if we can bait them into our Hussars, that'll be good.
Taking point! The Motherland's finest!
I don't have any method of slowing them down over there, though, so it will be what it is.
March with pride! Moving!
Corsars! Hearts of ice! These
Focus on one thing, boys. Come on.
Kislev endure!
Winged lancers!
Alright, so we got some of our guys being charged, that's fine. But they're actually getting eaten up.
Defenders of Kislev! Taking position!
Oops.
A fine strategy! March with pride! Cossars! Annihilate them!
It would appear like, unfortunately, most of our units have now been locked in close combat.
Whatever Ursun asks!
A few of theirs are broken as well.
Follow the bear! Kislev's vengeance!
These guys on the end will break.
Full stop Kislevites!
They die!
I'm going to use these to focus fire a little bit. We might actually lose a unit of archers here.
Cossars! Bring them down!
Tzarina Katarin! It is so. Leading us on. Choke on ice.
Kislev's vengeance!
What are you guys doing? Get stuck in.
Making it so. Annihilate them!
If we can attack them from two sides, we can break the morale.
Sons of Kislev! Purge them!
Okay. These guys are holding quite well. These guys are wasted here though because they can't see anybody.
Our duty, sir.
Unless they can
So
shoot
be
them.
it.
We fight for Ursun!
That we could do with her fighting him. Slow everyone down here.
Retreat, comrades!
Cossars! Lend this power! On the march!
Slay them.
Ah, I forgot to send my Sabertooth after... Not Sabertooth, sorry, Snow Leopard after the...
Cossars! They die!
Some of our guys are rallying, that's good.
Attack, comrades!
Tzarina Katarin. Greatest of witches.
That's some morale destruction right there.
Follow the bear!
In fact, can you hit him?
Comrades!
Hell yeah, we can.
For the throne! Hearts of us!
Bait him off, guys. Bait him off.
Whatever Urson asks!
Kislev, supreme leader!
Just taking a
Katarin
beating.
moving.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Tzarina advancing!
Their leader's
My
surrendered.
purpose.
To battle!
The
Let's get
cross
her
to bring
out
her.
of here.
Cossacks!
And we win. Was a Pyrrhic victory in the end anyway. I could have handled that better. I think I stacked the troops wrong. We probably lost 1 unit of archers there. And Tzarina took an absolute kicking. Yeah, I probably should have deployed at the bottom end of the hill, but then they get a bonus of running down the hill at us. So I don't know whether or not that would have been better. It probably would have been a better concentration of firepower. Look at these guys, look. 108 kills. So what did we lose? Yeah, we lost 1 unit of archers. Which is not too bad.
Unleash Kit.
Decisive victory. We're still going to lose several units here. I could fight it again. There's no...
For
Yeah, we'll
Kislev.
continue the siege. We'll force them into another fight. That's fine.
Victory by
We
blade
do have
and
a
Frost Maiden.
Frost Maiden available for
I'll
recruiting,
obtain
so we'll
exquisite
send her
trophies.
over.
Winter's Call.
We take Scouting, we take Assassinate, and we take Hailstorm. And then for...
They invite death.
We've just made our archers a lot more strong, a lot more powerful, with the speed of reload and also with their melee defense. So that second fight will be a lot more interesting.
From Kislev's great gods.
I will have to protect Tzarina though, because she's in a bad
The
way.
shield of the old world.
Oh. He's wearing that armor. I don't want him to be wearing that armor. You can wear it. Charm shield. Okay, basically gives her a better save. Just a straight leadership +4. It's not really going to help anybody.
With this, I
Right,
guard
we'll leave it there for
Kislev.
today. So, first few turns, we've almost secured our first province. We've manually fought all of the battles.
Never falters.
There's a few of them left to come out and fight us, but a lot of those units are very much almost dead. Specifically the trolls, if you look on the end. And because they're under siege, they won't get... just like we're not getting any replenishment, they won't get replenishment either. So they will continue to take attrition. So if they don't come out and attack us in 2 turns, a lot of those units might just die from attrition. So we'll see what happens with that in the next video. Thanks for sticking around and watching it with me, guys. Long-term plan is obviously to get the short victory of 30 provinces under our control, which I think we can do probably inside of 100 turns, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you in the next one.